Well, hello students and welcome back to another lesson using www.sketchup.com free. It's free. Today, I want to do another installment on our construction set toy, and I wanted to try to create a cockpit for your toy. So it'll be making a customized part and then turning the materials into like a plastic or glass so that it looks like it could be a cockpit for an airplane or a vehicle. So without further ado, let's begin. Make sure you can navigate to www.sketchup.com landing page right here. Then move up to the upper right where you see the person icon. Select My Apps. You got to navigate to the free version. Don't forget, you might have to sign in with Google. And we're getting there. That's how it's done. The familiar red logo. Start by creating new. Simple template, feet and inches. Move over to the right where you see model info, and it's a second tool up on the right. Select. Go to decimals. Make sure you use decimals on these projects. Leave the precision as it is. Leave the snap interval as it is. We're going to be working with small increments of measurement. So that's a 16th of an inch, 0.0625. At this point, I'm going to select the 5'8" lady with my cursor and hit the delete key to remove her. Go back to the right where you see the fourth tool up. That is the scenes tab, and you want to make sure you model in parallel projection. And then front view. So that's the house with the door. Make sure you can bring your origin point down and to the left using this pan tool. I thought I'd just use a rectangle to start, and the blocks that we've created, as you remember, are 1.5. So I'm going to just make a block here and then move up. So now I have a cube, and I'm just going to take my hands off the mouse and go 1.5, comma, 1.5. And you can also verify down in the bottom right corner where you see dimensions. If it shows 1.5 comma 1.5, you're entering those inches. So then you hit the enter key, and don't get alarmed if it gets small. You want to just use your mouse wheel to zoom in. And then you can grab the revolve tool and just turn your profile a bit, and then use the push pull tool to click the profile and push. And then take your hands off the mouse. Just go, look down the bottom, it says distance 1.4 at this point, but I'm going to go 1.5 enter. Now I have a perfect cube. Again, I'm going to flatten it back out. I'm going to grab the arc tool here, 2-point arc, select this corner, and create a curvature like that. Now I'm going to, again, use the orbit tool to orbit, take the push-pull tool, click and push it, click. Hopefully you get it to disappear like that. Go back to front view. All right. Okay. You could rotate this. I'd say look at it from right view here, right view, and use your line tool to measure from the bottom right corner, click, and go up half an inch. You should see midpoint right there. See where the balloon is? That's 0.75 from the bottom. And then click, and click again, drag it across. You're now creating just guidelines where you're going to center your circle. So I'm going to go click, drag it across the x-axis until I find midpoint or 0.75. Then I go click once, click twice. And now this point right in the middle will be the center. So then I'm going to return to the circle tool here and click and enter a radius of 0.125. Look down at the bottom right corner, you can see radius. I've entered 0.125, and then I just hit the enter key. Oops, maybe not. Here we go. Enter. Maybe not. Nope. Control Z if you mess up. 0.125, enter. There. Now I have a 1/4 inch. What I like to do in these cases is pull so it's like a pin sticking out of your cockpit. I'm going to turn and I'm going to get the push-pull tool, select. Actually, I missed a step. Back to the right view, I'm going to delete, using the eraser, these lines here. I just want the circle, right? That's it. Now I'll orbit. Now I'll use the push-pull tool, select and pull it out. Maybe you only need to pull it out 0.25 or something. All right, there we go. Now that can end up being made from glass or plastic. So I'm going to use materials, and I'm going to use the magnifying glass you see right here to search for all these different categories. And here's glass and mirrors, and maybe this blue glass would be fine. So I'm going to select this light blue color, and then, oh, nice. Create this out of like plastic. Don't forget, select the surface, select, make sure that all surfaces are covered. See? Now select the material, select the surface, and again, I feel that's what I wanted. That's the cockpit. So at this point, I'm just going to save. Don't forget to save it in your Sketchup folder. You can just call it cockpit. Now I've saved what's called an SKP file. Okay. For those that are still unclear, see it says saved, so I can just go up to these three lines in the upper left and download. And if you see this pop up, you want to put 2020 in there and click OK. And there it is. This 3D model file is in my downloads folder. It's called cockpit.skp for SketchUp model file. Just go to your downloads folder, double click, there it is. See, and it'll, if you open it up and find it, you'll see this little red icon, which means it's a model, not an image. Okay. So the next thing to do, you could return over here to the scenes tab, put it in parallel projection. Don't get alarmed if it gets small. You just zoom in with your mouse wheel. And I see material right there. So what I'm going to do is go back to my materials list, select, and then fill it in there. Now, save again. Now I'm going to file, export as PNG, and export as PNG. See, now you have a different type of file. It says cockpit.png. That's an image file. That's the one you want to turn in. And then it's in my downloads folder. So I'm going to select my downloads folder and verify it's there. See the difference? Here's the model. Here's the image. Double click. And if you've been so lucky to create this, then turn it in for assignment credit. And I hope you enjoy and have good luck.